Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I analyze the case of Tyler Borg? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put a link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll look at the background of this case, move to the timeline of the crime, then offer my analysis. Tyler Catlin Borg was born on April 26, 1986, and lived in Fontana, California. This is about an hour and 20 minutes east of Los Angeles. When he was young, he was described as odd, creative, and a troublemaker. His father, Eugene, was interviewed for an episode of the TV show Evil Lives Here and supplied a long list of Tyler's disturbing or unusual behaviors as Tyler was growing up. Here are a few examples. In 1989, when Tyler was 3, he made a mess with crayons and baking soda. He also put salad dressing on his toys. Not long after this, Tyler put milk in an aquarium and killed a fish. A couple of days later, Tyler turned the temperature in the aquarium up to 120 degrees and killed a second fish. During another incident in 1989, his father, Eugene, found Tyler outside on the grass. Tyler was foaming at the mouth, and he used a deep voice to proclaim that he hated Jesus. He then made a reference to bad kings in the backyard and proclaimed that these kings hated Tyler's mother and father, but gave Tyler kisses. Tyler's father, Eugene, wondered what could have caused this behavior and thought that maybe evil spirits were to blame. Eugene indicated that for some time he had struggled with an addiction to adults-only images and videos. He had buried his collection in the backyard and thought that maybe this was giving evil spirits permission to be there. Eugene dug up the collection and threw it away in order to get rid of the evil spirits. Later, Tyler declared that Jesus was the Prince of Peace, so his father felt better about the situation. Sometime around 1996, Tyler's sister had a male friend come by the home. Tyler chased the friend with a knife, perhaps believing that he was standing up for his sister. About 3 years later, Tyler refused to go to school or church. During one incident, when his father confronted him about not going to church, Tyler opened and closed a pocket knife as if he was trying to intimidate his father. In January 2001, Tyler's mother took him to a physician who advised her to put ice water on Tyler when he refused to get out of bed. This doesn't seem like great advice, but allegedly, that's what the physician said. During the next month, February, Eugene decided to follow the physician's advice after Tyler refused to go to school. Tyler responded to the ice water being thrown on him by throwing a knife at his father. Eugene contacted law enforcement, but Tyler fled, and the police didn't do anything. During another incident, Eugene came home from work and found that Tyler had carved eyes into his arm. Tyler told his father that they were demon eyes and helped him to see things. After this incident, Tyler went to a mental health facility. Eugene thought that Tyler's heavy metal music may have been responsible. Therefore, he destroyed Tyler's collection. When Tyler was released from the facility, he was angry about the loss of his music. During another incident in 2001, Tyler wrote a letter expressing how he was upset that his Nintendo had been taken away. He indicated that he wanted his father and mother dead, and if they tried to take him to school, he would grab the steering wheel of the vehicle and cause a collision. Tyler also said that if he couldn't see his new girlfriend, somebody was going to get hurt. Eugene called the police. Tyler spent a week in a mental health facility, but was just as belligerent upon his release. Ultimately, Tyler was allowed to see his girlfriend again, but she broke up with him. He was not happy with this outcome. In response, Tyler wrote a graphic poem titled Eviscerate, which involved words like stab, gouge, and slice. The poem indicated that the girlfriend would pay for her cold ways. When Tyler turned 18, he enlisted in the Army. This was a relief for his father. After being discharged and returning home, Tyler's behavior was better for a while. In 2010, there was an incident where 2 of Tyler's friends attacked his sister's boyfriend in the home. Eugene intervened, but Tyler slammed him into a wall. The police were called, but Tyler and his friends had already fled. At some point, Tyler became romantically involved with a woman named Caroline. The couple married on July 4, 2015. Tyler went on to earn a bachelor's degree in computer programming and found a job in that field. Although from an outside perspective, things seemed to be going well for Tyler, his marriage was unhappy and disaster was quickly approaching. Now moving to the timeline of the crime. In May of 2018, Tyler put a tracking device on his wife's vehicle because he believed she was cheating on him. In December of that same year, Caroline sent a text message to a former boyfriend named Justin Adrian Kiernan. On December 18, they met at a baseball stadium where he worked and discussed rekindling their romance. As this was happening, Tyler sent Caroline a text message asking for her location. She told him that she was at a shopping mall, but Tyler knew this wasn't true because he had access to her location from the tracking device. Later that day, Tyler confronted her and said that he knew where she had been, but Caroline did not change her story. Over the next few days, Caroline and Justin exchanged text messages. Caroline sent explicit images of herself to Justin and lamented about how they should have had sex when they met a few days earlier. The couple talked about how they could circumvent the tracking device and meet for sex without Tyler knowing. On December 21, Tyler sent Caroline a text message that read, quote, "I'm smart enough to not write down what I am ready to do to any man I know touches you, and I'm not sure you believe that, but you should. I'm a lot more capable of evil than you realize. There is a thin wall keeping these demons contained, and a woman is the only thing powerful enough to break past that wall. You better believe I will put everything on the line for you and have no regrets," unquote. Caroline responded to this message with the word, "okay." On December 22, 2018, at about 12:30 p.m., Tyler took possession of his wife's phone and read through her text messages. He found the sexually charged exchanges between her and Justin. For example, one message indicated that Justin had a phenomenally strong desire to have anal sex. After confronting Caroline, she admitted to Tyler that she had met Justin on December 18. Pretending to be Caroline and using her phone, Tyler started communicating with Justin. He sent the message, quote, "Want to meet tonight? I'm feeling better. Husband gone for the night," unquote. Justin agreed, and they made plans to meet at the house of Caroline's parents on Virtue Vista Drive. Tyler prepared for the evening by retrieving a 9mm semi-automatic pistol and a baseball bat. He took Caroline to her parents' house. They arrived between 6 and 7 p.m. At about 7:40 p.m., Justin sent a message to Caroline's phone, which read, quote, "It's been almost 2 hours. I can't stay out all night," unquote. Tyler replied from Caroline's phone, asking, "You here?" Justin responded, "Here." Tyler walked outside and retrieved the pistol and the baseball bat. He could see Justin driving back and forth in a blue Kia. When Justin stopped, Tyler approached the vehicle and opened the driver's side door. Tyler hit Justin in the arm with the baseball bat. At this point, Tyler ran 25 feet away, produced his pistol, and shot at Justin 9 times. 2 of the bullets struck Justin, 1 in his back and 1 in his head. Justin died immediately. Tyler fled the scene and eventually made his way to his sister's residence in Hemet, California, where he was arrested without incident. He was charged with first-degree murder and eventually convicted. On September 3, 2021, Tyler was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now moving to my analysis. Here are my thoughts in a few areas that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1. Tyler indicated that he killed Justin in self-defense. After striking Justin with the baseball bat, Tyler retreated. When he looked back, he saw the brake lights activate on Justin's Kia and was afraid that Justin was about to run him over. This is why Tyler fired his weapon. He only intended to stop the vehicle, not to kill anyone. Tyler's defense argued that the worst crime he was guilty of was voluntary manslaughter. There were a few factors working against Tyler as far as avoiding a first-degree murder conviction. He mentioned beforehand how he was open to the idea of killing Justin. There was the text message where he talked about how he was capable of evil. He used his wife's cell phone to lure the victim, and he brought a firearm. As far as factors pointing toward a lesser charge, Tyler initially attacked Justin with a baseball bat, and he retreated after striking him. If Tyler had planned on killing Justin the entire time, why not simply shoot him immediately? One could argue the murder was intentional, but not premeditated. In my opinion, Tyler Borg was guilty of first-degree murder beyond a reasonable doubt. I think he was open to the idea of not committing murder in favor of a non-lethal attack, but that is not enough to create a reasonable doubt. Even if Tyler only intended on using the baseball bat and not the gun, a bat is a deadly weapon. Therefore, he premeditated an attack using a deadly weapon. Ultimately, he switched to a different deadly weapon, but he committed a premeditated murder either way. Item number 2, Tyler Borg has assimilated well into prison. This is not surprising considering how the Borg have an affinity for assimilation. In prison, Tyler has turned to religion. He is also active on a few prison dating websites. In one profile, Tyler attempted to explain his current housing situation. He claimed that he acted in self-defense when he confronted a man who was cheating with his wife. The confrontation escalated and ended badly. It sounds like Tyler is a master of understatement. Tyler described himself as very intelligent, possessing a great sense of humor, and fond of poetry. If he shares his notorious poem Eviscerate with potential romantic partners, he can save them a lot of time. Although, anyone who writes to prisoners looking for love doesn't expect a safety level consistent with joining a knitting club. Item number 3. As I mentioned, Tyler's father Eugene was featured in an episode of the TV show Evil Lives Here and revealed information about Tyler's worrisome behavior. One theme that emerged during Eugene's narrative was how he tended to relate Tyler's behavior to the spiritual realm. Eugene was religious and talked about spiritual warfare, consistent with the idea that angels and demons are waging a constant battle around mortals. There's the sense that Eugene was always looking for a spiritual explanation for everything bad that Tyler did. At one point, Eugene attributed the behavior to his own affinity for adults-only content, like Eugene was somehow inviting the demons into his backyard by burying the material there. At another point, Eugene blamed Tyler's behavior on heavy metal music. In some religious belief systems, it is common to look outside of a person to find the source of that person's antisocial behavior. I don't know what caused Tyler to be impulsive, irresponsible, and aggressive, but it probably was not backyard demons. My guess is that backyard demons would be among the lazier demons around. They just want to sit on the patio by the pool all the time. Item number 4. Based on the history Eugene described, was Tyler destined to commit a horrible crime? Did Tyler have psychopathic traits from an early age to such an extent that everyone should have known he was dangerous? There is a tendency for true crime TV shows to emphasize sensational components of a story and to connect early behaviors to adult criminality. Sometimes there isn't actually a strong connection between all the traits and the outcome. The behaviors that Tyler exhibited when he was young were worrisome, but there must have been times in his life when he was functioning well. For example, he was in the Army, he earned a bachelor's degree, and obtained employment using that degree. It wasn't like he was always aggressive or always threatening. Some people who knew Tyler said they had never seen him be violent. In my opinion, Tyler's early behaviors, like putting salad dressing on toys, killing fish, making vague references to demons, and writing violent poetry, were probably not strongly tied to the homicidal outcome. More worrisome would be his impulsivity and his aggressive behavior. Tyler did not respond well when he perceived a threat to himself or someone he cared about. The man that Tyler killed, Justin, was larger and physically stronger than Tyler. Justin was described as a tough guy, and Tyler was described as a computer nerd. Tyler probably wanted to prove that he was manly and dominant, but was not confident in his ability to hurt Justin without using a firearm. A combination of fear and anger can lead to incredibly dangerous situations. Now moving to my final thoughts. Regardless of Tyler's history of unsettling behavior, the victim in this case, Justin, took an unnecessary risk by engaging in the infidelity. Cheating behavior causes intense emotions, and people can react to those in many different ways. Justin was so obsessed with Caroline, he failed to empathize with Tyler. He did not understand how Tyler might react. When two people who both want the same lover have no empathy for each other, disaster is closer than a backyard demon to a pool party. Those are my thoughts in the case of Tyler Borg. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be informative. Thanks for watching.